All right, so the FOMC meeting yesterday was a little bit weird. Normally we get super crazy volatility right off the bat, crazy Darth Maul candles everywhere. Right as soon as the meeting starts and they, drop the interest rates or whatever they are, I honestly don't even know. But, normally we get crazy moves in both directions. And, we did get a little pump up and then this tiny little dump here. We got like a 2% Darth Maul candle, which, isn't anything crazy. We basically saw that back here as well. And then we just started kind of climbing up. Wasn't super fast. This one candle was pretty quick, but then after that, we just sort of started climbing up. So yeah, definitely a little weird. Kind of threw me off guard. However, I was in a winning trade yesterday. So I talked about how I wanted to just try and get in some safe positions. And by safe, I just mean a locked-in trade. So like ideally, I was looking to hold a short and a long at the same time. So if price just started moving in one direction, I may still have a trade open. And I was able to get into 2 trades before the meeting started. I shorted this wick right over here, which was a trade setup I actually talked about in one of my last videos. I was looking for a CDW of this high right over here, which you can see we did that. We took out that high, and I was looking to get a move into this golden pocket. We front ran that, but we still got the CDW. And if we look at market Cipher, we did see clear divergences here on the 12-minute. The money flow trending down for sure on the 6-minute. We even saw slight divergences on the 3-minute with this wave compared to this wave and the money flow coming down. So even though we front ran that golden pocket, I still decided to take that short. And I did enter it a little bit late because I was sort of holding out for the possibility of us getting another quick wick up to take out the highs into the golden pocket and then maybe actually put in the top. But we never ended up doing that. But I decided to enter once we started dumping down, closing candles below that level. I decided to take that risk. Took a little bit of a smaller position because I was late to this. My entry was right about there. So I locked in this trade. I took profits. I moved my stop loss to a place where if I got stopped out, it would be a break even. It was above the 786. And yeah, I got in that short the day before the FOMC announcement or whatever. And then I did take a little long scalp right here because I pretty much just saw momentum increasing, money flow overall increasing. And I think we double bottomed right here, which is kind of a divergence, also not exactly. We saw momentum and money flow increasing and price came down to the exact same level. So you can kind of call it a divergence, but also we were just forming these higher lows here. And so I just decided to take a low risk scalp there. I was in a short already. I was hedged, and I kind of wanted to, just take my chances, see if I can hold along. Again, I was really trying to keep my risk as low as possible while still, potentially holding a trade for the volatility. But as you can see, we, came up. I did take some profits on this first long, but then we immediately came back down and stopped it out with this wick. And this is when stuff was starting to move quickly. I did add a little bit more into my short up here when I took profits on my long. And then I was able to take that profit immediately out because, let me see, that dump right there brought us right into golden pocket, I believe. Yep, right into this golden pocket. I took profits on my short, and I was even able to grab another little long scalp there. Basically, I had, again, a small window of invalidation there. We got a bounce off the golden pocket, and we did see bullish divergences here on the 3-minute. We also saw them on the 12-minute, pretty clear divergences, even though money flow was coming down. So yeah, I got into a long pretty much right before the pump, and I am still holding that position. So my short then got stopped out in profit. My first long was stopped out at a break even, and I now had this long. And I did take a few short scalps up here that I never ended up being able to TP on. So I took a few very small losses up here, which ate into my profit for my long, which is a bit unfortunate because then I was a little hesitant to short up here. Because one, I took some losses, and two, we front ran this untapped weekly. I was really waiting for a potential retrace up here to take out those highs and tap into that weekly. But still, I took a good amount of profit out of my long up in this area. I'm still holding some of it because, well, we could just put in a higher low and continue moving up. I think that's definitely possible, even though we are seeing continued bearishness on the 4-hour time frame, the 1-hour time frame as well. We got divergences here, money flow coming down pretty steadily. It's making lower highs, so that's pretty bearish, honestly. But still, the 12-hour and right now I would say the daily is what's making me maintain a little bit of bullishness here. We just printed this green dot, money flow still extremely thick. And I do still think it's possible that we get a move up to some of these resistances up here, maybe even this golden pocket up above these highs. But I also don't want to ignore the bearish signs that we were seeing. We saw divergences on the 24-minute as well with money flow and momentum. So I am looking to get into some short scalps if I can get a good entry. So as for short scalps I'm looking at, there are really two scenarios I'm looking at right now. One would be a CDW of those highs into that untapped weekly. If we see low time frame divergences and money flow trending down as we take out that high, and if we reject off that weekly, then I would definitely be looking at that. And another trade I'm looking at is if we take a fixed range of this range right here, which I'm basically just looking at the lows, going over to where the lows kind of connect with previous price action, and that's where I pull my range from. So we got the value area high right around these highs right here, and if you pull a fib down to these lows that we just put in, the golden pocket is coming in right above those highs. So I'm also liking a potential CDW into that GP. But if I did take this trade, I'd probably treat it as more of a scalp. So I would probably take profits early, like at this point of control here. And then I'd lock the trade in, put stop loss entry. And recently the 786 has been being respected. That's just something I've noticed. So that may be something I'm interested in if we see divergences as we hit off that 786, but I'd really be waiting for this. Now, as for potential long trades that I'm looking at, we do have this golden pocket right down here. If you pull a fib from that wick, and this is lining up very nicely with the highs of this previous range down here. So I'd probably be looking for some bull divs at that GP. And then we just got a new monthly open at 23,138. And we also have an NDPOC right around that monthly open and this 786. I got that NDPOC using this session volume profile tool. Basically just gives you a fixed range of every day. So if you don't have paid trading view and you want to mark out NDPOCs, you just have to pull a fixed range over the entire day, starting from whenever the daily candle opens to when the daily candle closes, which for me is 19. And look at that, the point of control is almost exactly the same as where I got this NDPOC. So, that's a little trick you can use to get these for free. So we do have some nice confluence around that monthly NDPOC and 786. And also, I forgot to mention this top box is the value area high of this range that we've been trading in up here, which, by the way, we have been in a range forming bearish signs on market Cipher, but we have still maintained an uptrend here. We've been putting in higher highs and higher lows, and, we just put in another higher high, so we may be looking to put in a higher low somewhere to continue this uptrend, even though we're seeing the bearish signs, until we start forming bearish market structure. That doesn't really seem to matter because, Bitcoin's been just going straight up, basically. Oh, look at that. That's something I didn't notice before. If you take the golden pocket from this low all the way down here, we now have a golden pocket inside that second box, which is very interesting. Let's see if we move this down. Yeah, if you move it down, you could even say this zone between the golden pocket and the point of control. But I would like to find more confluence in this area for me to be certain about that. So, yep, overall, it's hard to say what is going to happen over the mid to long term with Bitcoin. I don't know if we're going to make a run for these highs now or if we're going to reject and come lower. It's really hard to say because we're seeing lots of mixed signals on market Cipher. But in the meantime, I am just looking to trade the ranges. And, we are at the high of the current range right now. And, now maybe we just begin trading in a sideways range right here. I honestly wouldn't be surprised about that. Which, honestly, I wouldn't mind that because ranges make it a lot easier to trade. So I would honestly welcome that. But, alright, I think that is about it for this one. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Really appreciate the support. And I'll see you all in my next one. Peace.